You can now plug Higgsfield straight into Photoshop and it completely levels up your design game. With Higgsfield inside Photoshop, you've got every AI image and video model right there in your workspace. Which means designing instant mockups, real-time drawing, camera angle changes, image generation, storyboards, and even character swaps all happen in one tab without you ever actually having to leave Photoshop. Because if you didn't notice, right now every AI edit means that you have to leave Photoshop, you have to generate, you have to download, you have to re-import, you have to adjust, you have to repeat. But you see, Higgsfield's new Photoshop plugin kills that entire loop. And in today's video, I'm going to be showing you the exact setup and how you actually design better because of this. You are going to need a Higgsfield account to follow along, so please check the links down in the description below to get started with Higgsfield. And also, don't forget to check out our free school community. It has all of the prompts, all of the guides, all of the setup docs, everything is there and it's all ready and waiting for you. But right now, let's get started. Now, let's start off with the foundation and also the setup. Higgsfield Photoshop plugin is a native panel that lives inside Photoshop. It's not a browser extension. It's not a separate app. It's actually a panel. So it's right there in your workspace. As you can see, it's running the exact same model as the main Higgsfield platform, and getting it installed is so easy. Just go to the link in the description and then you are going to sign into your Higgsfield account and you're going to open plugins and then you're going to download the Photoshop plugin. Now, once it's downloaded, just double click to install. And from there, it's window, extensions, Higgsfield, sign in, and then you are live. Okay, so now it's installed, you are signed in, so let me walk you through what's inside, and we are going to be starting off with the one that everyone expects. Okay, that is the AI image generation. Now, it sounds pretty obvious, right? But the execution here is better than you'd expect. So I want you to watch this. I am just going to type in a prompt directly into the panel, and now watch what happens. It drops straight in as a new layer. It's editable, it's ready to mask, and that's basically it. It's also running the same models as the main platform, so you're not getting some downgraded version just because it's inside Photoshop. The quality is literally identical. So say you are building a thumbnail, for example, and you need a background that doesn't exist in any of the stock libraries that you checked. You can simply just generate it right here and you can start compositing. You deleted 5 steps from your process just by doing this. Now that alone is pretty handy if you ask me. But the next one is where I actually sat up on my chair and I was like, wow. So for this one, you draw directly on your canvas, rough shapes, color blocks, basic sketches, whatever, and then the AI renders it live as you go. There's no generate button, there's no waiting, which is so awesome. So here, I want you to take a look at this. I'm just painting straight onto the canvas. Now keep your eye on the panel. Okay, as you can see, it's syncing in real time, every stroke. So imagine you are on a call with a client and they want to see a concept right there in that moment. You can actually just rough it out with a few strokes and then you can watch it all come to life instead of waiting on an email or having to come back to them. For ideation, for mood boarding, for showing someone a direction before you commit, this is a completely different way of working and it's going to take everything to the next level. It feels less like using a tool and more like you are thinking out loud. Okay, so now we are getting to the next one, and this is where everything gets so interesting for anyone that is doing product content or even client work. You can simply just drop in a flat label design and the plugin drops it into a realistic scene, packaging, devices, lifestyle settings, and then it's going to come back as an editable layer that you can just keep working with. So here I'm going to be dropping in a flat label design straight into Mockup Studio, and it comes back in context on a real looking product. In a scene, it's already masked, already layered. So let's say you've designed a label for a drink brand and the client wants to see it on an actual can before they sign off. Instead of booking a photographer, instead of hiring some editors, you can simply just drop the flat design in and then you can hand them a photorealistic shot in literally just a few seconds. For e-commerce, for client pitches, for showing someone how their branding actually looks in the real world, this is going to save the most time than almost anything else on today's video. Now for the next one, you might think that you already have it covered in Photoshop, but I'm gonna want you to stick with me over here because there is a little bit of a catch. So now it's time to discuss Decompose. Now this one solves a problem that you've run into more times than you'd probably like to admit. You take a flat image, okay? It's a finished render, a photo, an AI generation, basically anything where everything is fused into one layer. And then you use Decompose and that will break it apart into clean, editable layers. And I mean, it's just one click and then the subject, the background, the individual elements, all of it is pulled apart and handed back to you separately. And here's the catch that makes this actually clever. Normally, when you lift the subject off its background, you are then left with a hole. You get empty pixels where the object used to sit. Now, Decompose rebuilds those. So the background comes back whole, like the subject was never on top of it. Every single layer is complete. Now, watch this. I am running it on this flat image right now, and there we go. There it is. The subject is on its own layer, the background is clean, and now it's fully rebuilt behind it. Elements separated out, all ready to move, mask, retouch, style, everything. So let's just say, for example, the client hands you a finished poster, but the client wants the product moved, the background swap, and the text nudged just a little bit, but there's no source file, no original layers, there's nothing. Now normally that would take like 20 minutes of manual masking and patching holes by hand. Now here, you simply just click once and then the whole thing is in pieces ready to edit. For working with flattened files, for reverse engineering a design that you don't have the source for tearing apart any image you want to rebuild, this kills the most tedious job in this list. The next one, and that is face swap. Now, it works, but with one condition. When the lighting matches between your source and your target, the result is going to be clean. But when it doesn't, you get a blend that is basically going to need some fixing. So it's basically situational. It's brilliant for consistent shots, but it's less reliable across mixed lighting. Now, I want you to watch this. I'm going to be running face swap now, and as you can see, that is pretty clean. The skin tone is holding, the edge is natural, the lighting reads consistently across the whole composite. So I want you to picture this. You're in a shoot. The expression is perfect in one frame, but the eyes are closed in the best composited shot, the best one that you really like, but unfortunately, you're seeing that. You can actually swap the good face onto the better frame and you can save the whole image. Now, on a well-matched photo, this saves a serious amount of retouching. But I would say just go into this knowing that it's not magic every single time. Now, the next one we are going to discuss isn't about editing a single image at all. It's for people thinking a few steps ahead. This one is for anyone doing content planning, pre-production, or storyboarding. You take one image and then Shots generates multiple camera angles of the same scene. You get a wide, you get a close-up, you get different perspectives of the shot, all visually consistent with your original. Now, I want to show you what I mean. So I'm running Shots now, and there's a full range. It's the same scene, there's different framing. So instead of shooting all day to get coverage, imagine you are storyboarding an ad and you need to show the director the same product from 3 different angles before anything even gets shot. You can simply just pull the whole board out of just one hero image. For content calendars, for handing a client a few options, for building a storyboard without booking a shoot. It's fast and it's genuinely practical. Now we do need to discuss two things that are pretty small in comparison and they don't need much explaining, but they definitely do earn their place anyway. We have Skin Enhancer, which runs on a ported and its smooth texture without that over airbrushed plastic look. It's pretty subtle, which is exactly what you want, and I'm going to be running it right about now. And there, just take a look, just look at that. You can see it's natural. So on a client's headshot, you can clean up the skin, but they still look like a real person. And then you have Relight. Now, I know you've seen this a ton of times, but let's go through it. This lets you shift the light source on an image after the fact. So if your shot's got that flat, directionless lighting, then you can actually add depth in post without any reshooting. So now take a look at this. I'm just going to be dragging the light position, and then it instantly adds depth and dimension. So a product shot lit flat under office lighting, it suddenly reads like a proper studio setup. Now, for product and portrait work especially, these are genuinely useful saves when the original lighting lets you down. Now, if you only take 3 things from this, start with Mockup Studio, real-time AI, and background removal. Those 3 alone will change how fast you work. So sign up to Higgsfield right now. The link is down in the description below. And those prompts that I mentioned, they are all waiting for you in our free school community. That link is also down in the description below. Go and grab them right now. And remember that everything I just showed you works on photos. But at the same time, Higgsfield has video tools, and they are already running inside Premiere Pro and DaVinci Studio. The links to those videos are popping up on the screen right now, so check them out. And since you made it till the end, I'm pretty sure you had a lot of fun in today's video. So give this video a like, subscribe to the channel, and turn on this bell notification so that you never miss another upload. And as always, I will catch you on the next one.